All right. Hello, everyone. I'm Lance Lemire here with Zach Doubt for our first ever Arcana podcast. Why don't you say hello, introduce yourself?
Hello, I am Zach Doubt, 1/4 of the collective, Vergla.
And Verglaw, that's an interesting name. Where does that come from? What's the background?
So for Vergla, I was just thinking of like cool words that people would like latch onto if they heard it, and I was just looking at words in like different languages, and then Vergla meant like a thin layer of ice in French, and I thought that fit with like the rap theme and everything.
And everybody was just on board when they heard that?
Yeah, because nobody had anything better. Like, it's really hard to come up with a good name. Like, if you just, like, sit there and, like, think about it, everything you think of is going to be, like, ass for a while.
And when you say 1/4, who else is part of the team?
So we got the producer, Wayne, and another rapper, One Rain. And then we have another rapper named Clampos, but he's kind of off in his own world right now. He hasn't really been a part of the project for, like, a year or two now.
And how did you get in touch with everybody?
We all met like midway through the quarantine, online, just through Discord. Super nerdy, but yeah, we all met in the Golf Wang like Discord server for Golf Wang is Tyler the Creator's clothing brand, and yeah, we all just started kicking it there, and yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And have you always had a background in music, or is that something
Yeah,
you're
I
just
mean,
getting into?
it's been a part of my life for a while. Like, I did like instruments growing up, and I didn't really start getting into like the like internet rap shit until like sophomore year of high school, probably. Like, before that, I was like fully turned on to like jazz and like just all that from like the 40s and shit.
Wow. And is that like a piece of inspiration that you take with you now? Is that
I don't
influencing your
know.
sound?
I feel like probably not, because our sound is like so unique to the genre of like cloud rap and like ambient like rap. But I don't know. I feel like there's probably gonna be aspects that I put into the music just from like listening to it.
And so a
for
lot
some
of our
reason.
listeners may not be familiar with your music. How would you describe it for people that haven't heard it?
It's like the instruments are like putting you in a cloud, and the drums are like gusting you along, but like in a hurry. You know, you're moving through the clouds, but like you're rushed, and then the vocals just come in, and like you're gliding. You know.
I love the imagery. I think that's the best way you could have described
Yeah.
it.
Just close your eyes and hear that again.
That's perfect. Who would you say was your biggest musical influence and why?
Probably Blade, just because he's like my number one artist of all time. He did so much for like internet rap and just the whole like having a like rap persona like that's tied to the internet and like social media and everything. Like, he's just been such a like influence on the people that come up in like my generation now, like people like Netspend and shit. Like,
Are you familiar with Capo?
Capo, yeah, like Capo,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
of course, legend.
I feel like he contributed a lot to that
Yeah,
sound. that
I could
genre.
hear it. Yeah,
Moving forward, I guess up in Squim, right?
no,
No,
I grew up in the 509, a little city called Goldendale, Washington.
Goldendale.
Yeah.
Tell me about that.
So it's a little town in the sticks of Washington, southeast Washington. Population of like 3,000, and it like really sucked to live there because everyone's kind of an asshole, and like everyone at the school, because the high school had like a population of like 300, right? So like everyone that went there knew each other, so everyone was just an asshole. But I lived out in the sticks and just kind of minding my own business.
What was the music scene like out there?
There really wasn't one, to be fair. Like, it was all just country music and whatever was famous on Musically or TikTok.
Just kind of what was happening at the
Yeah.
time. That's interesting. Yeah, no, it's interesting to see how music can evolve from, small places or even metropolitan places.
Yeah.
You know.
I feel like my environment, though, like, especially that environment, doesn't really have the biggest, like, influence over my sound.
Mm.
But I do understand that, like, maybe, I don't know, maybe it does. Maybe because I'm just, like,
maybe subconsciously.
chill ass dude
Yeah.
chilling in the woods making music. That's act out.
Would you say that's a part of your creative process when writing new music?
No, I stay inside like 24/7. I don't like to go anywhere besides when I do, and then that feels good. But most of the time, just inside the apartment,
Doing
listening to beats, cooking up.
Love it. So, I guess, how do you find inspiration for your beats, your lyrics?
I don't know. My lyrics just kind of, they just kind of come to me when I hear the song. Like, I'll just say some, mumble shit and then just find the words randomly. But I don't know. I feel like a lot of the songs come from like just my emotions, and like I feel like a lot of my songs tend to be sadder in like lyric, but yeah.
Do you think the vibe is also sad, or you have a more uplifting vibe with those lyrics?
It could be, but I'd say mostly like downer music.
Downer music.
Yeah.
So, in terms of recent projects, I see that you have Avarice. Avarice. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. That came out March 25th this year.
Yeah.
You want to talk about that project?
Yeah, so Avarice is the first single of this new project that we've been working on for a couple months called Empty Echoes. To be honest, it was kind of just like a throwaway, like we need to drop single. I just wanted to get that sound out there, but yeah, not a whole lot going on in that track, if I'm being real.
Yeah. I see you had a song before that called Don't Love Her.
Mm-hmm.
Where was the inspo on that one?
Oh, God. I had this crazy ex-girlfriend that I just didn't love, and, I was... I don't want to say too much, but I contracted a certain respiratory illness, and I was just pissed. It's like, fuck it, I'm gonna put her on blast. Time to write a song,
And that emotion just kind of bled into the track.
Exactly, yeah.
Nice. Symbiotic relationship.
Exactly.
Can you walk us through a typical day in the studio?
Yeah, so, typical day in the studio, Zach Out sits down, probably listens to a beat for an hour and a half, then maybe records 8 bars, and calls it quits for like 2 months until we need to finish the song for the album. And then that's kind of the point that we're at right now. We're chopping it up right now still.
And it's hard to find creative inspiration all the time, and find that sound. I know it's tough sometimes.
Exactly.
I guess what do you say sets your music style apart from what else is out there?
Our producer is just so unique, and like the sounds that he chooses in his composition, and I think like this most recent project would showcase that. Like, got some crazy ass beats coming soon. That's really, just the production. Like, I feel like me as a vocalist, I'm not like better than anyone else.
And you've talked about this producer in the past, and he said he sent you hundreds of beats.
Yeah.
He's working overtime.
Thousands of beats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wonder where he's finding his inspiration,
Yeah, I'd love to know. He stays pretty dolo too, so it's hard to get a word from him, but he likes milkshakes a lot. It kind of fuels him.
Yeah, while we're on the topic of, things we like, what do you like to do when you're not making music? What are some hobbies, passions of yours?
Just like chilling for real, like just hanging out, chilling with the boys, playing video games, none to it.
Now, I've heard, we had an insider recently tell us that you've gone into skateboard recently. And,
yeah. I was pretty good at skateboarding. I used to like tray flip daily and shit, but I got a really bad like elbow accident a while back, and just took me out. Love of the sport, died with my elbow.
I heard that happened to BLP Kosher, same route.
Yeah. Shout out BLP.
Let's talk about your career so far. Do you have any goals for your music career in the next few years?
I just want to be like, I want our group to be recognized for like what we've done so far. Like, we have the album out that we've had since 2022, the self debut, and like it's not like terrible, but it's not good,
It could be better.
It could be better, and I think that's what this album's gonna show. So I think like, a little love would make Zach Dow very happy.
Have you ever had any fan interactions that kind of stuck with you, and how do you engage with your fans?
No. Like that doesn't have many fans right now, but if he did, he'd be like so chill and badass and like not like any other underground rapper. I'd be chill.
We'd love to hear it. If you could collab with any other artist, dead or alive, who would it be?
I think.
And keep in mind, you can have multiple features on this.
Ooh, multiple features. Okay. I want a song with Lil Shine, Cartier God, and Baby Goyard, produced by DJ Smokey and DJ Fat.
Shout out DJ Smokey.
Yeah. Shout out the legends of the underground, man.
It's a deep cut.
Yeah.
All right, so next up, we're going to have a cop or drop section of the pod. So here up, we have the Balenciaga men's Alaska fur boots.
This is horrible.
This is $1,800.
The worst.
Just came out last week. Let's get some reactions.
It's like Uggs for boys, but like not boys.
I don't like the long cuff to it.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
I think it
probably like tripping a lot in those. It looks like you don't got a lot of like ankle support.
It looks like it's got some nice tread though, I will say.
Mickey Mouse shoes. Big ass toes. Definitely drop these. Do not wear these.
The inside lining looks comfortable, but
yeah,
I feel like it's too similar to an Ugg to rock, especially for that price tag.
You can get those on Temu.
I love the way they modeled this fit.
Yeah.
I just can't see it.
Yeah, it's like.
So I'm gonna have to rate that one a drop.
Definite drop.
Definite drop. Okay, all right.
Some Rick.
Next up, we have the Rick Owens Fall Winter 24 Porterville pants.
Ooh.
These are going for $1,245. It's got a nice plaid design, I will say.
Yeah, there's some shit that Machine Gun Kelly would wear.
I can see that.
Definite
some trippy
drop.
red action on this
yeah,
too. No,
not happening.
long laces. I just don't see the need for them.
No, those colors are really bad.
Yeah, and that is kind of the new collection, Porterville. He's designing that style.
Oh, okay. I don't fuck with that.
I'm gonna say this is a drop.
Horrible.
Yeah. Have to agree with you there, Zach. Here we have a more underground brand called FUCT or Fucked. Here is their spray painted A button up. This is going for $155. It's got a nice little spray painted front to it.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with the A, but
yeah, I don't see what they're going for here.
It's kind of cool.
It's all right.
It's not bad.
No, I will say that we've had worse.
Yeah.
And this is
It's
only
probably
the third
best
item,
one so far, like by default.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, say cop on this one?
Bargain bin cop, maybe.
Bargain, okay,
yeah.
all right. Here we have the high-tech promethazine basketball. This is coming from a company called Taliban Worldwide. It's got a nice blue color to it, I will say. It's got the pharmaceutical label to it.
Yeah.
For promethazine. It's got the 16 fluid ounces.
Yeah, I'm dropping this. We are over opioids, bro. Opioids are in the past.
Agreed.
We on the weed drink now. We pouring a purple. Purple.
Too much glamorization, and also for $140, I think they can keep it.
Exactly.
All right. Well, not a lot of cops on this one.
No.
But let's take a look at this one here. This is a new shoe design from Nike. It's an SB. It's called the Pogo Plus. This one's going for $100 retail, so not bad.
Yeah, I fuck with these. I'd cop these, but like the only thing is I don't like shoes that are like small like that, like around your ankle. Like I like my ankle to be like fully gripped on, you know.
Supported ankle is definitely a necessity. I will say I'm not liking this little inside pattern.
No, I don't either.
I think it's losing a couple points here. And it's got some lettering on the back as well.
What does it say, Lance?
You know, I'm not sure. If you can make heads or tails of it. But looks like the swoosh has a floral print to it as well.
Yeah, I'd cop these.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For $100, it kind of seems like a steal compared to the rest of the things on this list. Keeping along the line with the shoes, here. We got a pair from High Rollers.
Ooh.
These are the All-Stars coming out for the 4th of July.
Yeah.
These are retailing for $120. They're on sale from $225 though.
Yeah.
And
are these like the Revenge Storm shoes that like got sued by Nike?
no. So this guy is Lil Housebone. You may be familiar. Originally from the No Jumper podcast.
No.
But he went off and made his own brand.
I see.
And yeah, so apparently they're supposed to be super comfy. The insoles, the dice on the side seems to be a company theme here.
It's pretty cool. I don't know if I'd cop these. They're a little too poppy for me.
I will say so.
The green insole is
I
really
do love
ugly.
the craps table
Ooh.
inserts.
I was about to say I hate that.
Really?
I was about to say that's the ugliest part of the shoe, Lance.
I was gonna say it earns a couple points with me. I will say I like the casino gambling theme.
Yeah.
I think that resonates deeply with me. But the 4th of July theme, I think kind of loses at some points there.
Yeah. Gambling in America, hand in hand.
Well, that's all I have for the cop and drop section. We'll definitely try to incorporate more of that in future pods.
Yeah.
But any final words for the listeners?
Stay off them opioids. Do not listen to net spend. Do not sip that drink. Shit's evil.
And for the people that want to give your music a listen to, how would we reach that?
Zacked Out on Spotify, all platforms. Wayne on Spotify, all platforms. One Rain, all that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for coming on, Zach. Truly appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.
And hopefully we can have you in a future episode.
Definitely.
All right.